Alright, we're back. And we have the new update notification for Fire Emblem Heroes. So, I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. I am checking this out at reset, whereas they actually posted this at 11 p.m. I don't know why they do that sometimes, but then other times they just post it at reset. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, so we're starting things off here with you will be able to select an Emblem Hero Engage partner on the Edit Skill Set screen. Okay, that's actually a massive quality of life update, so you don't have to go back and forth between the Emblem Hero Engage menu and like your actual build menu. Now you can just do it all in one go, which is definitely a much needed improvement. So that's going to be helpful. All right, nice to see that update there. As they're adding more rings, of course, they wanted to make it less annoying. Okay, what do we got now? Oh, okay, so we have Mythic Hero Remixes by the looks of it. So we have Mythic Nott up here. All right, who's the other? Oh, Ashera, okay. All right, yeah, I mean, Ashera could be a very interesting unit. She has a really nice support. And then, of course, Nott is just another one of these Pathfinder units. So I have a feeling both of these are going to end up being really good. So why don't we take a look at what their updated skills are, starting with Nott. Okay, we have Distant Dart there. I believe she came with Attack and Speed Ideal 4 as her default, so Distant Dart is okay, but it's certainly no Distant bonus doubler, so that's probably what you would want to give her. Also, her weapon already stacks bonus doubler anyway, so by no means whatsoever would you ever give her any A slot besides Distant bonus doubler. What would have been really sick is if they gave her Kanto Control here for free. Now, I've already got it on mine, but like just for the people that didn't give it to her, that would be so nice of them to do that. Okay, Moon Twin Wing Plus. If a skill compares unit speed to foes or allies' speed, then treats unit speed as if granted +7. So we have built-in shadow speed there, which is okay. Alright, also at the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, inflicts attack speed and defense -5 on the foe. Unit deals damage equal to 10% of unit's attack, excluding on AoEs, and then reduces the percentage of foe's non-special DR by half. And also, if unit speed is better than foe speed, then reduces damage from attacks during combat and AoEs by percentage equal to the difference between stats times 5 with a max of 50. So essentially, it's just a dodge level 4 with damage reduction cut and then also attack speed and defense -5. So pretty solid B skill for sure. It was overshadowed by the tier 4 dodges already, right? Because before it was only just like dodge-based damage reduction, and then I think it was like attack and speed -5 or something like that. So now it's certainly much better. Okay, as for Ashera here, she picks up Lull Speed and Res 4, which I think she came with regular Lull Speed and Res already. So they could have gave her something more interesting than that for sure. It seems like they're done giving out the like Firestorm dances and the crazy stuff that they were giving out earlier. They toned it down on the meta skills for whatever reason. Okay, but her C skill here. So, Orders Restraint. At the start of turn, grants attack and res up 6, Null Panic, Null Follow-Up, and Hexblade to allies in 3 spaces unit for 1 turn. Okay, that's a very generous update there with the spaces. So, before it was only 2 spaces, and 3 spaces is a lot better than 2, as you may know. Alright, also, if the number of allies in 3 spaces a unit is greater than or equal to 3, grants attack and res up 6, Null Panic, and Null Follow-Up, and reduces the percentage of foe's non-special DR by half to unit for 1 turn. So she's also giving herself the same effects. I don't think she did that before. She only gave stuff to allies. So now she's helping herself out too, which is pretty good. And then also, if unit is in 3 spaces of an ally, grants all stats of 4 to unit during combat. Okay. So, quite a lot of effects there, and nothing too crazy. Null Follow-Up is pretty easy to outsource already, so, like, that's not a huge one. Null Panic is good, though, because there's a lot of debuffing units that inflict panic, like Hortensia, for example. And then also, Hexblade is pretty solid. I would have preferred, like, something like Desperation, though, like, something to power up your offense even further. But I guess it's fine as it is. We're going to need to wait and see what her refine actually does. Hopefully they give Nott the ally support Pathfinder effect, where she's giving it to whoever is ally supported. That would be really, really helpful for her, just like they did for Dagger. Okay, what else do we got in here? Alright, we're getting a set of Ephemera codes here, of course, as we always do. So this time we're getting the Summer Ogma, and we're also getting the Summer Niffle. Okay, Niffle was an okay unit for a little bit, but she's certainly not on the level that she was prior. As far as fodder goes, I think she had speed and res trace, near trace, I think. And then Ogma had... What did Ogma even have? I don't even remember what Ogma had, actually. I think his weapon was just, like, overshadowed by the Pirate Geese weapon when he came out, so... I don't know. I would have to double-check what he does. And then for the 4-star manuals, we're getting Sylvia, we're getting Lapis, which is cool. We're getting Legault, Kent, and then also the Desert Hawkeye there. Okay, so Lapis, of course, a merge project for a lot of people, but by this point, people have probably gotten her to plus 10 already because she's been out for a while. I just recently got my last copy of her not too long ago. So, a little too late for this, but it's still a nice gesture to give her out. I would like to see more, like, really nice merge project ephemera codes, like Dorothy and things like that, Kagetsu, and so on. Okay, so these are going to be our characters getting refines here. So, we have, who's that, Gale in front there? I'm pretty sure that's Gale. Yeah, that is Gale from FE6. Okay, we're getting Ashera, we're getting Shinin. Oh, lots of Radiant Dawn stuff recently, right? Because of the Dawn Brigade banner. Alright, then we're getting Note, of course. We're getting Mustafa. He's going to be our 3-star demote refine here. We have the male Chris. Funny they wouldn't do the female Chris at the same time. They're doing male Chris first. And then we're also getting one for Summer Ingrid there. Okay, interesting batch of characters, but I feel like at this point, refines need to be bi-monthly. Like, they need to be doing 2 sets of refines a month at this rate to catch up. Because we are so far behind on refines. And if you think about it, we're coming up on refines for units like Brave Crom and Brave Seliph. Like, do they even need refines compared to units that we see here? Not really, right? Those guys are still pretty meta and pretty useful. Well, maybe not like super meta for Seliph, but still certainly useful units that can get the job done. Meanwhile, we have the rubbish that we have on screen here that need all of the affirmative action they can get. So yeah, like doubling up on refine batches a month, I think would not be too much to ask. Alright, maybe that should be a video for like fixing Faye. We'll see. Alright, we're getting more memento events. A rock has blocked the path for Kieran and Alphonse there. Alright, they're going to need a deer dude, Ecther deer, to get that rock out of the way for them. They need some muscle manpower. Okay, Aether Raids is being updated. Bolt Tower is getting leveled up to level 12, as if that really matters. It doesn't really. No one really cares about that. Okay, 2 songs are going to be added to the concert hall. Vacant Cradle from Fates, and then Golden Deer and Crescent Moon from 3 Houses. Okay. Alright, more favor level for Summoner Duels. I haven't even gotten past... What was the original cap, like 1,000? I haven't even gone past 1,000. So, shows how much I care about favor level. Alright, then we're getting new Heroic Grail units. So, we're getting Fallen Lloyd, which is a big W. And then we're also getting the Groom Alcris there. Alright, both of them are pretty solid units. Lloyd definitely takes the cake there, though. He is a premier God Sword that you can build up right now. Especially if you give him Distant Bonus Doubler, Lagoo's Friend, and... What is it again? Breath of Life 4, and Godlike Reflexes. Then he's cooking. Alright, other changes. We would like to correct an issue surrounding the negative status condition stall. Oh. The penalty stall's effect limits movement to 1 space. However, this effect has not been operating as expected and will be corrected. Currently, when a unit's movement is limited to 1 space, the actual range of movement depends on the unit's type. For example, infantry movement types cannot move into adjacent forested terrain under this current effect's behavior. And after the update, units will be limited to a movement of 1 space regardless of their movement type, even allowing for cases like the unit in the aforementioned example to be able to move into an adjacent forested terrain space. I think that's a bad thing to do, actually, because stalls seem to be working as intended from what I could tell. If you're limited to 1 movement, an infantry type should not be able to move into a forest, right? Because it takes 2 movement to get there. So, like, having stall limit you to 1 movement, that makes sense that you can't go into the forest tile. So, I'm not sure where they're going with this, like, why they want to fix that. Let's just nerf stall for no reason. Okay, sure. Alright, Gulveig, Glittering Sunlight Sprite will be adjusted. Oh, here we go again. Another one of these spot the differences. I've been wondering why they haven't been doing these lately. Alright, illustrations for Gulveig will be adjusted. The 3 poses in the illustrations will be replaced. Okay, now, I actually thought their neutral art and their special attack art was pretty good. I think the injured art definitely has this weird pose where Satyr's back looks bent really weird. Like, if you look at it, it doesn't look like she's correctly proportioned. And I think it was like that as well on the neutral art. And then the 2 attacking arts I thought was fine. Satyr looking very thick and plump in that neutral art there. Or that attacking art. Okay, so down here, this is where they've made the updates. Good luck figuring out what the update even is. I can't tell. And I'm not even going to waste time trying to figure it out. Yeah, but it doesn't look like they fixed the proportions on Satyr. At least I can't tell that from going up and down. I'd have to look at it side by side. But yeah, it looks like that's pretty much everything in here. So not the biggest update, but quite a lot of quality of life here with the emblem ring thing. And then also, of course, we got 2 pretty fire mythic refines on the way. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which one of these refines are you looking forward to the most? And I will catch you guys again on the flip side.